Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the 40 Caboose 400 as we're going to find out our four drivers that will punch their ticket to the Championship 4 here in tonight's Winston Cup Series elimination race here at Homestead. We're going to have four drivers make their way into the Championship 4, and four drivers will see their championship hopes come to an end. Marty Stevens starts on the pole position, 36th in the points, looking for his second win on the year. Cody Smart, the highest of our playoff contenders alongside. He comes in this race 23 points above the cut line. Monica Townsend, row number 2, still looking for her first win of the year, 18th in the points. And Kevin Joseph, who was eliminated back in round number 1, he is 10th in the standings. Of course, there will be four more that will join them as they're going to have, like I said, a fight for the fifth position in the points. You look at the rest of the starting lineup. Annie Thomas, Betty Johnson. Next week, will be making their final starts with the Bill Davis Racing team before they move over to World NOS Racing next season, which that team's going to start up their campaign. As we're going to get these cars rolling off, get ready for 27 laps of racing. Give your quick playoff standings presented by Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness as the rest of the field is rolling off. Ponzo Albanus is the points leader. He has 31 points ahead of the cut line. Cody Smart, who's second on the grid, he is 23 points above the cut line. Ben Tennyson is 16 above the cut line, and B Barrett is 6 points above the cut line. 6 points below is Vanco Seaman. 12 points below is T Montgomery. J Bouvier is 19 points below the cut line. And J TwoTwo, who's starting inside the top 10, he is 22 points below the cut line. We had a caution in our Truck Series race, and passing was an issue. However, we had a different side of the story in last night's Busch Series race, where we had a lot more passing, but no caution. So, for these Winston Cup Series drivers, what kind of spectrum are we looking forward to here in tonight's race? We're going to find that out here in this race. This is it. Four drivers will go to the Championship 4. Four drivers will be eliminated. And it's time to get the 35th race of the Winston Cup Series season underway. This is going to be a best of luck to these four drivers, or the Elite 8. Monica Towns going to go to the race lead. Cody Smart trying to make an ambitious move to take the lead to get a lap lead. Unfortunately, it's going to go to the 97. Now Cody Smart looking to try to take the lead, but the 97 is putting a fight. This is almost like our truck race 2 nights ago. Remember, we're going to have 32 drivers are just trying to find victory lane. They don't care about the playoffs, whereas the 8 drivers are trying to battle for a championship. Remember, Rookie of the Year is going to be on the line. Look at there, 4 wide. This could be sketchy. We nearly had a wreck in the Busch race last night. I have a bad feeling we might have a wreck in the night's Winston Cup race, the way they're racing. J TwoTwo right now in the 5th position. Needs to win to advance to the Championship 4. How are we not wrecking? I do not know. As Cody Smart going to take the lead. Remember, if you win this race and make the Final 4, your bonus points are not going to carry over. You'll just be on an even level playing field. It's going to be the first who finishes ahead of the other 3 that will take the championship next week at Toronto. What a season it's been for the Winston Cup Series. What a season it's been for Busch. What a season it's been for trucks. I hope you're ready to do it one final time next weekend with me. It will be an 8:30 Eastern time for all 3 series' championship races. Thursday, Friday, and... Well, actually, I may move it to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I don't want to miss Hell's Kitchen. Checking back here at the rear of the field. Oh, there goes Andy Thomas. Got Matty Crenshaw. And, oh, Crenshaw's in the wall. And the caution is out. A lot of damage to Matty Crenshaw, Andy Thomas, Elena Aurora, who was eliminated from the playoffs, and Luigi Cadet were involved. Now let's make sure these drivers learn the words to be patient under yellow. As the first caution of the race is out, second one of the weekend because we didn't have a caution in the Busch race last night. Let's jump back a little replay to see what happened in our first yellow of the evening. Remember I was talking about 4 wide? Well, this is why. Looks like the 45 bounced off the 31, came up into the 23. Lena Aurora got a piece of it. Matty Crenshaw's going to slap the inside wall and going to back her car hard into the safer barrier. Thank goodness that safer barrier is there. She was going to hit it very hard even without the safer barrier, but a lot of damage to that Motorcraft Ford, former winner this season. Tough break for Matty Crenshaw, who had a very struggling season, 34th in the points, and thankfully we got away with only a 4-car incident. So the caution's out for the first time this evening. Let's jump to the restart here at Homestead. Green flag will come back in the air on lap number 11 of 27. Should be 17 laps of racing to go. Cody Smart is the leader. Marty Stevens second. Kevin Joseph third. Jacob TwoTwo fourth. Fifth is Courtney Lynn. Sixth, Sean Art. Tatum Wright seventh. Mia Watts, last week's winner, in eighth. Ninth, Zachary Taylor. And Ben Erickson will complete your top 10. Nobody out of the race from that incident. Let's see where the rest of our playoff drivers are. I've counted 2 of them inside the top 10, Cody Smart and Jacob TwoTwo. Bouvier is 11th. Seaman is 12th. Todd Montgomery is 15th. Having this open so that way I know who's where. Let's see here. Betty Barrett, 28th. Tennyson, 35th. And where's the 11 of Ponzo Albanus? He's running a 19th. Am I missing anybody? Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3. And a 2. I believe I got them all. Yep. I got them all. Matty Crenshaw is going to be slow to do all that damage she got on the back end of her Motorcraft Ford as we're back to green on lap number 11. Now let's see how these drivers behave on a single file restart. Everybody was behaving good in the Truck Series. We're going to see if this race is going to be any indication. Should also mention for the for all 3 series as far as the championship, I will already know who has won the championship on after I'm done recording the Toronto weekend next week. You guys will not know until you see the races next week. So, want to throw that disclaimer out here. And also, I was 2 for 2 in getting the Final 4 correct. I'm not so sure if I'm going to go the entire sweep of getting the Final 4 correct, but we'll have to wait and see. Jacob TwoTwo running in the 3rd position. He must race 22 points below the cut line. He is ahead of drivers like Ponzo Albanus, Ben Tennyson, Betty Barrett, Todd Montgomery, Vanco Seaman and company, as Ashley Horton bounced off Riley Anderson. That was almost the second caution of the race. This is really going to get spicy, y'all. TwoTwo is now in second. Remember, Cody Smart, Jacob TwoTwo were the top two during the second half of the regular season, and drivers we thought were going to make the championship four. Of course, it hasn't been easy for Jake. Of course, he would like to go to his home country and win. He's all over the back of the Alltel Dodge of Cody Smart. Jacob TwoTwo knows a win for him, he's going to the Final Four to face off against Cody. And funny thing is, these two are former PCSRA champions. Cody Smart, the last ever Foster Series champion. Jacob TwoTwo, the last ever Monster Energy Series champion. I mean, if you're Cody Smart, you should play it safe. Jacob TwoTwo is the one who's trying to get a win to get himself into the championship four. The other thing you're going to have to think about is traffic, because remember, Maddie Crenshaw has a lot of damage on the back of her machine, and aerodynamics mean a lot on a track like Homestead, as TwoTwo's still trying to get around Cody Smart and being unsuccessful. TwoTwo's going to have to drive it in harder. The thing is that 16 is going to play a factor. Cody's just getting a good run on the high side. TwoTwo's going to have to drive it in there angry, and he's going to have to drive it in there. Oh, Cody got a bit tight through the center. Jacob TwoTwo has taken the lead. The problem is Kevin Joseph made it 3 wide. TwoTwo will lead that lap. And TwoTwo has cleared Cody. Jacob TwoTwo is leading this race. Remember when Drake Robertson was 20-something points below the cut line? He made the championship four. Can Jacob TwoTwo do the same? Cody's in a 3 wide situation. We're inside 10 to go, by the way. And TwoTwo is pulling away. I knew experience was going to matter in this between TwoTwo and Smart. Because remember, Smart has had less experience than TwoTwo. TwoTwo's been in the PCS race since the very beginning, believe it or not, folks. Cody Smart made his PCSRA debut in 2016. Ooh, Erickson and Joseph banged off each other. That was close. But Jacob TwoTwo knows what happened in the Monster Energy Series. When he made the championship four, you know what happened at Toronto? Went on to win the race. Although, got into a controversy incident with Barrett, Betty Barrett, which was his teammate at the time. And that caused a cluster of a mess. Not just the fact that Lauren Ekstrom was also competing for the championship, but also got really angry at Betty Barrett, and well, that didn't sit well with them coming home. On one side for Ekstrom, which we will see her in this series, in the Busch series next season, or in the Truck series next season, because we're gonna have a lot of rookies next season. So it's like on one side of the spectrum, she was happy for Jacob TwoTwo. On the other side of the spectrum, she was not happy with Barrett. So it was a mixed emotions in the Australian motorsports camp. But TwoTwo knows what's on the line. He has to win to make the championship four. So far, mission accomplished for that 2019. Courtney Lynn, don't count her out. She's just trying to find victory lane for the second time this season. And the last driver who wants to see Jacob TwoTwo win would be, ironically enough, Betty Barrett, the gal I was just mentioning. Barrett's in 25th right now. Bouvier's in 10th. Banco Seaman is 9th. But is it going to be enough? That's going to be the question, as we're down to 3 laps to go. Traffic for TwoTwo coming up. Jacob TwoTwo's gotta be careful not to get held up by Matty Crenshaw, or Courtney Lynn and Cody Smart are gonna be all over him. He's gotta get clear of the 21. We're down to 2 to go. Get clear of the 21, Jake. Get clear, get clear, get clear, get clear. Oh, the 21. Oh, they made contact. The 21 just hit the 29. How much damage did it do to the 29 as the 12 is coming back? Here they come for the white flag. TwoTwo is okay for right now. White flag in the air. One more lap to go. Jacob TwoTwo, a Monster Energy champion, trying to get into the championship 4. Joseph battling Cody for second. That might be all it need for Jacob. And the kid from Montreal, Quebec, off of turn 4. He will make the championship 4. Jacob TwoTwo wins the 40 Caboose 400, and they're crashing in the back. They're crashing on the last lap. I think Riley or somebody is wrecked in the back. That was Bouvier and Michael Anderson. Oh, and Annie Thomas runs the back of Elena Aurora for some reason. Wow, tempers flaring between those drivers. Before we share your official finisher results, let's see what happened to the 99 and the 20. Well, this is the part you don't want to see, as a wreck coming to the checkered flag, and looks like Riley Anderson bounced off of Monica Towns and then put Senior Sean in the wall. Don't think Sean's going to be too happy about that, and spun the 99 of or spun the 20 of Michael Anderson around. The good news is she did finish the race. The bad news is she got a torn up race car. Michael Anderson also involved. Of course, that didn't bring out the caution, but I don't understand why Annie Thomas is angry at the 31, unless it was for that incident earlier. I mean, just watch this. And then I don't know what Elena. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think that was a retaliation of what Annie Thomas thought about the incident with Elena Aurora. So, and those are two veteran drivers, and they're part of DVR. So I seriously doubt DVR is going to be too happy about this. And I can tell Annie Thomas was frustrated with how her season's been after falling outside the top 30 in points and never recovered. And Elena Aurora was eliminated. So there's going to be some not so happy campers in the World NOS Racing camp after this. So that's what happened. We're going to go ahead and take you to your official finisher results here at Homestead. I've just received word Annie Thomas has been asked to see the officials in the big red truck, and I think Elena Aurora also was invited because they decided to throw fisticuffs in the garage area, and of course that's not going to sit well with World NOS Racing. I can tell you that for sure. But Jacob TwoTwo, a driver who is a happy camper, he will go to the championship 4. Kevin Joseph will get second. Cody Smart will do enough to get himself into the championship 4 with a third place result. Marty Stevens in 4th, Courtney Lynn top 5 and beat Zachary Taylor. So Zachary Taylor's got to be proud of Courtney Lynn. Tatum Wright will get 6th. Zachary Taylor 7th. Vanco Seaman in 8th. He came in this race 6 points above the cut line. We're going to have to wait and see about where this is going to situate him in just a minute. Ben Erickson 9th and Brittany White 10th. So we had 1, 2, 3 playoff drivers inside the top 10. TwoTwo, Smart, and Seaman. Here's what we know. TwoTwo and Smart are going to the championship. Who is joining those two? We're going to see in a second. Let's see where the other 5 finish as far as that is concerned. Let's see. Next up on the list would be Bouvier, who finished 19th. Barrett 21st. Todd Montgomery 23rd. I don't think 23rd is going to do it. So Barrett beats Montgomery. She didn't beat Seaman. Ponzo Albanus 25th. Barrett did beat Seaman, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Looking down through the rest of the finishing results. B Tennyson 31st. I think Barrett beat Tennyson, because Tennyson came in this race 16 points above the cut line, so we're going to have to do some math in my head as far as that is concerned. Annie Thomas was the last car on the lead lap, although I seriously doubt the officials are going to be happy with her and Elena Aurora, because and I feel bad for Timmy Turner. Got caught up in two ladies who are pissed off at each other for no damn reason. So I seriously doubt the fun meeting at World Mouse Racing is going to be pretty coming into next weekend's at Toronto, and there could be possibly fines and suspensions coming those two drivers' way. We're going to have to wait and see about that. Matty Crenshaw ended up a lap down, but did finish the race. So we had 40 drivers finish the race, 39 on the lead lap. Now, this is the question that needs to get answered. Let's see. Albanus finished 25th. He did. So I don't think Barrett beat Albanus. She did beat Tennyson. Let's see. Barrett finished 21st. Where did Tennyson? 31st. And that's 10 points. Are we really going to have a tie? I hope not. I hope not. Well, I can say this. Unlike the last 2 days where I got the championship 4 correct, all I know is TwoTwo and Smarter in the final 4. The other 2, I have no clue who makes it. I have no clue. But you'll find that out for yourself down in the description. So we're not going to go 3 for 3, and I'm not going to even wager a guess as far as if I'm right, if I'm wrong, and all that. You'll find that out when you see the reformatted points, the playoff points, and all that heading into next week at Toronto. But if you enjoyed tonight's race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We shared your full finish results, your points, your reformatted points. You'll find out who the 4 drivers made the championship for. And I'm sorry to the 4 drivers who have been eliminated, but you'll look to finish off the season with a win at Toronto. We'll see you guys next time at Toronto for Busch Trucks and Winston Cup season finales. Until then, I've been Deville signing off. Good night from Miami, Florida at Homestead, Miami. Who are you rooting for in the championship? You'll find that out when you see the reformat points. Until then, you've been watching another broadcast of PCSRA TV, where champions are made since 2010 and 15 years as the best center racing around the world since 2017. We'll see you next week from Toronto.